Hey guys, Saberspark here with ACRacebest, and we are back with another episode. How about you do the intro because you're much better at it than I am?
Do you like the ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, it's really good, and my Tasmanian Devil introduction isn't as good.
I kind of liked it actually. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi Perfect Podcast. I'm AC Racebest, and I'm joined, of course, with.
Saberspark, hi folks.
And we're here to once again give you your pony fix podcastly for the weekend as we talk about the episode that aired on Saturday, the happenings going on in the fandom, as there appears to be plenty of them going on this week, it seems. Saber, if it continues like it's been going on, I don't think we're going to have any worry about filling content for these podcasts.
Oh man, just keep it coming, folks. And then the stream died. What the actual heck?
Just wait. Just see if it fixes itself. Just if we just stay here. I love reading the comments though. The happenings in the fandom killed it. Someone said it's back. So they're saying I'm here. Did you kill it or are you letting it go?
I'm letting it just go.
See, this is probably why maybe it. See, he Paleo says it didn't die, so everyone's saying it's fine. It's good. It's good.
It might have been
But some people are saying it's dead. Let people know to refresh if it's still dead.
Just refresh it, folks.
Well, no, put that in the chat. If guys, just refresh if
Just
you can't hear
refresh
what
it.
we're saying right now.
If you're drowning, just swim. You know.
If you're starving, just eat. Okay, cool. So it looks like it's working. So I guess this is the benefit of that whole pregame stream. Is it?
The pregame stream worked fine. That's the weird part.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's your fault. He took it. He took
mine. Yeah. So, like we were saying, there's been a lot going on this week. Saber, let's start with you.
Yeah.
How has it been going?
It's been going pretty well. I've been working my job. I'm working my way downtown, walking fast. No, just staying busy. Work on some videos. Nothing really too special for me. How about yourself?
It's been good. Well, yeah, no, I was out at the racetrack on Saturday, doing the usual deal. Been busy actually editing a new video that I've been kind of teasing around on Twitter. Yeah, no, it's been a good week. Halfway through it right now. Work's been good. Life's been good.
That's awesome, man. Tell us more about this video. Can you give us any hints on what you're working on?
I can. I actually, a little later on, I'm going to really get kind of into this, but I know that I've had some people asking, like, oh, okay, got some hints, and I gave some hints on Twitter already, and those hints, a couple people were able to figure out what it was. So essentially, what's coming back is there's a series that I made a long time ago, back in 2012, and I only made 2 of these. And I put together a third one, and it should be pretty funny. We'll definitely hit upon this a little bit later on, but yeah. Now, Saber, as people come piling in here for the podcast, Saturday we had a new episode.
We did. By the way, before we get going, I think it's only fitting for us to give a quick shout out to our new art here and to the person who created it. A lot of folks have actually been really awesome in sending us in some new background art and stuff for us to use on the show. We'll give you all some shout outs here at the end of the episode, but what we're using right now, my friend Victor Newman drew up for us. Actually said, hey, can you help us out? Because we need some official stuff. And he goes, sure. And he drew up this background. So shout out to Victor Newman, and I'll link you all to his DeviantArt here in a moment. But okay, so going back to what you were saying, the episode this Saturday.
Yes.
Rarity Investigates.
She did, didn't she? I guess quick the roundup of everything. I imagine most people in this chat have seen it. Rarity essentially decided to go full Sherlock on us, and it was like a
Sherlock. Sherlock.
I guess.
Why would you use Sherlock and not something like Dick Tracy or something? Wait,
What?
is Dick Tracy? Hold on, I might be wrong. Shush. Hold on.
Dick Tracy.
Wait, Dick Tracy. That's the.
Wow, she went full Obama on us.
No,
and-
Dick Tracy is
and-
like yeah, Dick Tracy or. There are other investigators out there that are a lot. It's kind of like saying like, yeah, she went full James Bond on us. It's like, what?
Okay.
You know what the real mystery is here? Is she had 2 episodes in a row, and she's gonna have a 3rd one this coming weekend apparently.
That is what?
Yeah, she got
Really?
she got a 3rd one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so so she goes on this full investigation, solves the crime,
Yeah.
and I guess the first thing that came to mind for me in this episode was right when she popped out and was like, "Let's investigate." I'm like, is this Rarity or Pinkie Pie? Like, it was such like a Pinkie Pie-esque thing to do. I'm like, oh, Rarity's like I got the whole point of like attention to detail that was pointed out early in the episode. But yeah, I was like, it just seems like Pinkie Pie would be the one to pop out and be like, here's what we're going to do today, yay!
See, I had the episode up here on Daily Motion on my other tab. I guess I closed out of it because I was going to skim through the episode and tell you all what I thought about certain parts.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was just had to do is by memory. So things that okay. First off, Rainbow Dash is just a dick. I'm just saying it. Like time and time again. Like I know
A dick?
Yeah, she really is.
Where
Like,
did you get that?
the first part of the episode, she just slammed the door open like, oh, what's up? And just everything falls over.
She apologized.
I don't care. I don't care if she apologized. No, I don't care if she apologized. No, I don't care.
Not a dick.
I don't care that she
Alright.
apologized because this happens too often. And the first thing I saw, I thought when I saw that, I was like, man, Rainbow Dash once again is a huge dick. I mean, I like her. She's a lovable dick,
Uh-huh.
but you know,
Lovable
but a dick nonetheless.
I'm afraid to see if fan art comes out of this episode. So I don't know. I mean, like the thing, a dick. Was there any other observations you had, Saber?
Plenty of there's plenty. So, okay, I'm just trying to think. Okay, first off, Spitfire sounded like she like swallowed a bunch of like thumbtacks, and then like gargled like I don't know hot sauce, and then decided to like grind a lemon in her throat. It's just like what happened to her voice? She used to have a really awesome, like, cool voice in season 1, where she's, hey, Rainbow Dash, how's it going? That's my awesome, impersonation.
That was good. Wow.
Thanks. I really should make way to have a strong Libman, but I will absolutely become a voice actor. No, her voice is her voice is overly gritty. It's like, Rainbow Dash is going in.
Well, that's
Cartman.
the thing is that Sarah, we watched the episode together. She made a comment about the voice. And my memory is similar to yours, where like those certain things I just don't remember.
Yeah.
And I don't remember her having an awesome voice, so I'm just kind of like, what's wrong?
Yeah, what happened to her voice? This is awful.
I saw this. I see Screwball from Stay Brony, my friends, is in here. That's Dusty Cat's podcast.
Yeah, shout out to them, guys. They do their podcast every Monday, bi-weekly. And I think their podcast was just a few days ago. So
did you see Dusty's new animation that just went out?
Oh yeah, he had a new video on his YouTube channel. It's like, oh god, it was like
Haberdashery or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dusty Cat always has like this really like advanced comedy and like taste, so I never know what it's really about. He's like, I did one about a Shakespearean play, and I'm like,
where's the fart joke?
So yeah, he's got really advanced comedy. That's too good for this world. But yeah, go ahead, hit up his YouTube channel, guys. He's got some really good content there.
Yeah, well, it was like I watched it and I'm like, for a second I'm like, wow, did Dusty do the voice for this? And then I look, Trevor Duvall.
Trevor did?
Trevor Duvall did the voice for that. And I'm just
wow, that's interesting.
It's funny because I sit here, I've done Bronies React and have people go, how did you get this person on the React? And I'm sitting there going, how did Dusty pull this one off?
Well,
so
Dusty knows a lot of folks. Like
he's got it hidden. I mean, I know he knows them. It's just there's all the I was just impressed that it was able to come together like it did. So, yeah, no, that was fun to watch. As we were discussing,
So,
Screwball mentioned something that had me going, man, Rarity, is that Rarity was super manipulative in this episode. Like
yes, she was.
she was like, "Hey boys,"
I
I'm like,
know, just grinding her butt against the guys. Or I don't know. I just,
yeah.
I don't get it. There's a lot I don't get. Like, okay, first off, like when you ever have moments where you kind of already accepted something, but you still question it every so often. Where you're like the ponies are all naked, yet Rarity is a fashion designer. Like, are clothes optional in Equestria? Like, I don't know. I just don't get. Well, okay, Steven or Saber, they're talking ponies, so I always bring myself back to the ground with that fact. I'm like, they're talking colorful ponies.
Hey, just remember that we had like some form of gelatin show up a few episodes ago with Discord. So I mean,
Gelatin.
I
Yeah,
think
some
anything
big
goes.
old serving of flan.
Yes, it was just like, oh, hello, it's Jello. Oh, it's the smooze. Okay. Yeah, no, I get what you're going with here though, but it was. I mean, it was as usual. These episodes this season in season 5 have been kind of like crazy in a sense, but I'm enjoying them. Like they're weird and they have me going, huh? But at the same time, I'm not like. I guess I should say there's no lack of being interesting. In these
Well, I mean,
episodes.
and that's a good thing because interesting is good. It keeps people focused. Like, okay, so
Yeah, Jack Train going in the chat right now.
oh Lord, kill it with fire.
Uh,
I'm kind of skipping through the timeline for the episode.
uh-uh.
I liked the design of the UPS pony, by the way. I thought he was great. His little furs on his
Another,
chin.
yeah, another one that Rarity hit on to get her way.
Dang,
So
I mean,
she
I
got
don't
her
know. I guess it's fine for a character for a person to use.
with like
I don't know.
got.
I guess if you got it, get it. I hope, whatever. Those poor characters, like, oh, you have such a hard job, as like she nibbles on their ear and says sweet nothings, whatever.
Well, I mean, I guess it worked out for her.
Oh, I bet this job's not the only thing that's hard. Oh, Miss Rarity, I'm not wearing pants with this particular outfit.
It was. I mean, it was an interesting episode, though. How long, Saber, did it take you to figure out who the culprit was?
Okay, immediately I knew who it was. Like, immediately when he
Like
was.
as soon as there was a. Yeah.
Of
No,
course, I'm like, oh my, I wonder who it's gonna be. The new character that was introduced. Okay. I mean, I don't know. When he was flying with her and he kind of like gave her a weird glare, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
The
he's
weird
the one.
glare made me kind of go, huh?
Yeah.
What's his problem? I even went back and I jokingly was like, "Look, Sarah, he's pissed off." And oh, he was pissed off. The one thing that I thought was funny though was after they discovered that this dude was the bad guy, they kind of just like sat around for 3 hours with him, like,
Yeah, they didn't do it. See, where are the police? you caused this terrorist attack. Now you sit there and you think about what you've done. All right.
well, yeah, no, it was, I don't know, it just was funny. Like, and I don't know, the thing that didn't work for me in this episode though was when he did like go, "Okay, you got me," and then he was like,
"Oh no!" Let's start off with the biggest problem of all in this episode is when they when the problem came about that Spitfire was sent away, they automatically said it's Rainbow Dash, like you're guilty. So
Yeah.
it's not a innocent until proven guilty system. It is.
I know,
You
it
are
was the
guilty
other-
until proven innocent.
"God bless America, man."
I'm like, Jesus, what kind of legal system do they have going on? They don't have any hard evidence.
We're gonna find out that Discord was innocent this whole time. He was just like, "I couldn't prove it." So
There is no, but the thing is, there's nothing tangible like for them to be like, yeah, this is some, forensic. Oh, there's the hair, but it's like, yeah, the hair was cut. What kind of? Wow, that means that guy broke into Rainbow Dash's room when she was sleeping and cut her hair. That's kind of creepy. Well, that's
Yeah,
that's really
creepy.
that's really creepy, actually. It's like,
Hey,
you're like
he was I mean he was dead set
That's
on all
gross.
and what's funny too is like how quickly he got nervous about Rainbow Dash because apparently like this all happened overnight where he went, oh my god.
You know,
I'm sorry.
it's the weirdest thing. Spitfire keeps getting sent out every year back to her mom's house, and we
This is
keep
our best recruit this year. Ah.
this year. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm looking over a cold, but it's like how what? Like this guy? Yeah, she's pretty good. Oh, really? I better get rid of her.
It's amazing that no one set a record for the past 50 years. It's just
Yeah, and we've also had 50 years of banning, these guys from our society.
we haven't had a good track record. So,
Well, and also, why the heck is Rainbow Dash still like in the reserves? I'm pretty certain she's like more qualified. Like she's been in like 15 episodes that involve the Wonderbolts. I'm exaggerating that, but she's been in a bunch. And like, what does she have to do to get into your stupid club?
Soren.
Oh, okay. You're not
Sorry.
wrong.
Actually, it's funny because I bet for a lot of people ship that, and they had a go in this episode where like Soren's like up in her grills. So I was like, ooh. I think there was a guy.
What's that? Soren.
What?
First, okay,
What?
so let's talk.
Did you just space out? What just happened?
Sorry, I was banning somebody in the chat because I don't like their language. But I was trying to get back on focus with.
Language.
No. You can say all colorful
They were
words.
speaking Spanish. Kick them.
Over the fence you go. No, sorry, I've been watching too much Donald Trump stuff. So going, I guess. I'm trying to think. What else about the episode pissed me off?
Wow.
Well, you know what bothers me, and this happens with some of these mystery shows, is when they're explaining the like thread of logic of what like made them guilty. It's all these things that they didn't show during the episode. So it's like I couldn't. I mean, even though I knew this guy's probably guilty, like this, you still like didn't show the actual evidence during the episode for us to piece together. It's like, Verity, how did this happen? Well, off screen, this happened, and this happened, and this happened.
It lined up most of it. I'll tell you the one thing, my biggest gripe with this episode, and then we could, of course, if you have more you'd like to say. I also like what Kestrel said earlier in the chat, where he was like, well, the corner was a pretty steep punishment. I have to agree. There's not much worse than the corner, so I guess he did get what was coming. But
for the murder of 15 people, you have been sentenced to the corner for 15 minutes. No, have mercy.
The thing that threw me for a loop, and I thought it was not fair, actually, the way that they did this, because they did it in a way that really threw you off from figuring out, oh, it's him, even though we all kind of probably figured that out really quickly, was when they said they specifically pointed out that a girl pony had gone to get the cake. And I'm like, that's not fair.
Triggered.
But you know what I mean? Because I'm sitting there like, I even asked at the end of the episode, I'm like, but wait, who was the girl pony? And Sarah's like, well, no, he was just doing a girl's voice. And I'm like,
what?
Oh. Yeah.
That's dumb. Yeah,
I guess
he's walking on. He's
put
wearing
on his best dress.
his
And
girdle and everything. Yeah.
where'd he get that? Oh. I just had one pack.
Magnet. No, it just I don't know. The entire episode didn't make sense to me. So whatever. It wasn't bad. I like Rarity was great in it. I thought Rarity did fine. She had a bunch of cute moments, and there was a moment where I thought
A lot of great poses.
Yeah, and I saw her her outfits were wonderful, and I'm 27 years old talking about a pony show, but
Wow.
I have to have those moments too where I'm like wow, but whatever. So yeah, she looked delightful. Her voice acting was great. It was a solid Rarity episode, and it's cool seeing Rainbow Dash and Rarity talk because I think they rarely do. Or no, they do. They're because like I remember back in the day, like a year ago, I was having a talk with like Hirasashi and Paleo, And
Okay.
we discover these two characters were like, I don't think they've ever spoken to each other before, and I can't recall what combo it is because there's been episodes since, and I think they have spoken to each other, but it's like, yeah, we never had a this in this episode, or we never had a this in this episode. Shoot, what was it? Whatever. It'll come to me eventually.
Screwball just pointed out that it was a Sibsy episode that we saw there. And it's funny because I remember Sibsy back, I think it was Everfree Northwest 2013. She was talking about like her favorite type of animations that they'll do. And one of the things that she did, or that she brought up, was how they have like the peanut style where they look up in the air and that you just see their mouths moving. And now, like, whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, there's a Peanuts moment.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So, yeah, no,
It's a lot of throwback in this episode.
there was. Anything else that you want to say about the episode before we move on?
I think that is about it. From what I'm told, there's a rarity episode next week, so that's 3 for 3.
Spoilers. Jeez.
Let's move on. Speaking of episodes, let's move on to the fact that there was an episode leak this week.
Oh boy! So, folks, as in case anyone hasn't heard, a Halloween episode of My Little Pony has been leaked.
And by the way, guys, disclaimer: there won't be any spoilers on the plot.
We're not gonna talk about it. I haven't seen it.
Neither have I. I haven't seen it either.
So, we appreciate the lack of spoilers in the chat as well, for everyone's sake. But when I heard about this, I think we all kind of had a similar reaction to it, where it was just like, "Aw."
Yeah, I mean, it's just happened before, a couple times, I believe.
How do episodes leak?
I think the episodes are finished. Like, I mean, they're finished like a year ago, and I think iTunes had a little issue where they released it early on accident, so somebody messed up.
How do you do that though? How is that an accident?
Human error. Somebody entered in the wrong dates. I don't know. I think it was the Halloween episode, though.
You'd think that they'd have someone who would like double check that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's the intern?
Whoops. Whoops. So that's been a big thing. Just yes or no. I'm just curious in the chat to see how many people have seen it and how many people are waiting to see it. So put wait if you haven't, or if you're purposely waiting to see it. No if you just haven't seen it and want to, or yes if you have seen it. I'm just curious to see where everyone lies on this. I'm a wait myself. I'm a wait. Kanye West. Yo. But Saber, where would you stand? I mean, like you mentioned, this isn't the first time this has happened.
The first time it happened was for Hearts and Hooves Day, and I definitely jumped on board to go watch it, like on iTunes. But that was back in like 2012 or 13, or 2012, yeah. And then, wait, no, was it early 2013? Whatever, time flies. I mean, there are episodes from last season I still need to finish, so I can definitely wait. And
Jesus.
hold off.
These episodes from last season?
I'm catching up. I've got like 2 more to go, and then I'm done. Then I'm officially caught up.
Oh, my God. I saw a lot of people. Majority of the chat said wait. So look at that. We're all behaving ourselves. I did see a couple of yeses in there, and I saw a few no's. So it looked like most people, if they wanted to have seen it, have seen it by now. There's a couple of people who haven't. So yeah, no, I mean, it's just interesting to me. I personally am someone who I like to wait until an intended date for something to be released. This goes for movies, shows, and whatnot, because I know that sometimes people get hold of like the pre-airing of a movie that they torrent or whatnot, and like I've been in a situation where I'm like, no, I want to wait until this actually comes out. So I personally have been waiting to see it.
Well, good on you, because it looks really, really good. Because I know, like, I think it was I forget what Twitter accounts, but they were tweeting all about it and screen capping pictures, and I was like, stop it, I don't want to see anymore. But what I did see, I was like, wow, this looks really great. This looks really, really cute.
Well, it's fun because this is, I think, the first time we're doubling up. This is the second time they'll be making a Halloween episode.
Yeah, that's as far as we go on spoilers.
But, well, I already said that it was a Halloween episode. But I was going to say that when the Halloween episode that aired, what was that, season 2 that came out? When everyone was dressed up and Luna showed up.
Yeah.
And the fun was doubled. That episode, did that air near Halloween, or was that just a Halloween? I'm trying to remember now.
I think it aired like near it. It was in the Halloween season.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was a good
So,
episode too.
yeah, no, that was fun. And I know that one convention I went out actually heavily based their convention around it. That was out in Germany, Brony Fair. They they themed a bunch of their areas with games that people had to play, and then at the end they added up everyone's points. I thought that was really creative.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah. So that's one of the big things that's popped up episode wise. So I want to, yeah, I guess a number of us are good little children and waited. I understand temptation as well, but yeah, no, it's October 22nd was when it aired. Look at this, Screwball's keeping us up to date here,
Screwball is hold on, I might.
and he probably knew that off the top of his head. And he's probably wearing his Canadian cape right now, if I know that guy.
Dude, I like to pretend that he's always wearing his Canadian flag cape.
Is there any pretending?
Well, here's the funny story. At Everfree Northwest 2012, I went there with Paleo, and we all had, I think it was on Sunday, we all went down to the Denny's near the hotel because that's like the only thing that was actually closed for us to eat. And then we had a huge group of people, from Everfree Radio at the time, and EQI and other folks, and Screwball, he ordered this giant bacon cheeseburger, and and also mind you, Screwball's wearing like his leather jacket. He's wearing like he's got this a normal outfit on, but he's got a Screwball hat on, like a little like propeller on top of it, like the character Screwball, and then he's got his Canadian flag cape, and it's just like I love this outfit. It's just my favorite, and he's takes the burger, and he brings it up to his mouth, and he spills like burger grease all over his flag. Well, not all over, but it, like some spots, some drips fell on his flag, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he like held the flag up, and he's like looking at it, and Joe Stevens from EQI is like, "Ha ha." Our American burger grease. Oh my god, I'm screwing this up. I'm sorry. It's just so funny. Our American burger grease has desecrated your flag. I don't know. It just seems so symbolic.
Take that, Canada.
Yeah, it just seems so symbolic that on this Canadian maple. Oh no, with this. Wait, is it a maple syrup leaf? What? I don't. No, there's no maple syrup.
It's in a maple syrup leaf.
Shut
You
up!
heard it here, folks.
Shut up!
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been having a week. All right, I was at work on Tuesday, and I got stuck behind this door. And I thought it was stuck, and I'm like knocking on it. I'm like, I can't get through, and I'm like waving in the window, like, can you all help me? And they walk up, and they're like, just push. I'm like, oh. Oops! I thought it was a pull door.
So this is the new guy.
Yeah, I felt so stupid. I felt really dumb.
I mean, it was probably not even labeled, right?
No, it was. I just didn't notice.
It was labeled. No, I knew it was. How many of us have done that? You walk up to a door. I'm usually the opposite though. I'll push it and be like, oh crap. It's not opening. Oh, it's because you're supposed to pull. Oh. Damn it.
Yeah.
No, we've been there. It's just you did it at work. That's good. Good.
I feel very dumb.
Other things that have been going on. Actually, something reminded me of something, just to be specific. And I can't remember what. Oh, we were talking about art earlier. And again, a big thank you goes out to Norman for doing this.
Newman.
This art.
Newman. We hold you very close to our heart, Norman. Thank you. You'll never be forgotten, Norman.
Newman for the artwork, but I wanna extend a big thank you out to a lot of people from the first episode. Did quite a bit of art, and I know that we were loving it all week. So that was really cool to see what people were coming up with.
Yeah, I'll give some shout outs here at the end of the episode.
Nice,
Definitely
good.
will.
Cool. So staking on fandom happenings. There was kind of a big one that happened here this past week, and Saber, I know you heard about it. It was kind of a big deal. that both I know Equestria Daily was carrying the story
EQD
amongst.
did?
I from what I saw, from
Really?
what I heard,
I guess.
that they did have a post go up about it regarding it. That the story goes that a young girl had sent in a letter to Hasbro and pretty much saying, "Oh, that she loves the show." And I guess somewhere in it talked about something that she'd like to see. I don't know if it was rumor or not. I heard, I did hear that this might have just been I heard it through the grapevine, but that she asked for Trixie to be removed from the show. God bless that child.
What I like how she's like I'm 6 years old. I drew a picture of a pony. I like to dance, and I want Trixie removed from the show.
No, that's great. Yeah, no, she like turned cyborg on them. And yeah, so as the story goes, Hasbro responded in a way that a lot of people
They sent her a corporate letter.
did. They pretty much said, "That's nice. We can't read this."
Yeah, they're like, hi, I'm in charge of this department. For legal reasons, we can't read your letter. It has been shredded.
F off.
Sincerely, legal department from Hasbro.
that, oh, man, that just
okay.
makes me want to submit my own and be like, please read this. Please.
My name is ACRacebest, and I'm 27 years old.
Okay, so now you can take me seriously. You know this is.
You might have a lawyer.
Oh, and so I know a lot of people were talking about where they stood, where they thought that there were people that were in an uproar towards Hasbro. How could you respond like this? Other people were in the boat of, well, this is Hasbro's duty. And I know that one thing that I was hearing come from this is that apparently the letter that they sent went to the wrong headquarters.
Really?
I guess there's a different place that they should have sent it. Hasbro wise, like there's like one on the West Coast and I think one in like I was gonna say the Middle East. And over there
in Saudi Arabia and Hasbro's.
Well, that's what I heard. So it's one thing that I guess one of the big suggestions going out to the girl was, hey,
idiots,
resubmit it to this group. Maybe it'll turn out better. But it got so big that even Lauren Faust responded to this girl.
Now I've got to step in, and this is gonna sound weird. I've got to step in on Hasbro's behalf and tell people to slow their roll. Okay. Hasbro did not. It's not like some evil like corporate type is like, give me that letter, I'll burn it.
I don't know. It kind of added.
Dear little girl,
it
your
added
dreams
legitimacy.
are dead. The ponies aren't real, and Santa Claus has cancer. Sincerely, corporate Hasbro. Now send this to her.
Think of all the Hasbro versus videos we've made, though. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, if we make a fourth one, we got to include this. We got to work this in.
We will.
Because okay, in defense of Hasbro, and don't quote me, but from the sounds of it, this was some automated process where because she sent it to the wrong department, which I think she sent it to the legal department, they cannot get information from fans about the show with suggestions, because if the writers ever do something that parallels that person will be like, hey, that was my idea, you stole my idea, and then the legal department will have to get involved. So they have a very hands-off approach to that all. I'm not gonna, we're not gonna read this. So maybe she sent it. Maybe there's a department out there in Hasbro that handles fan letters, but the one that they sent it to obviously did not, and had an automated response. And it's just kind of hilarious how it's like your letter's been shredded. It's like, wow, she's 6 years old and she drew this art for you, and you just didn't even just into the furnace.
Well, Lauren, I mean, like I said, she took the opportunity to, from what I saw in her letter to this child, basically went on. I'm gonna find out that it was a fake letter. You just watch. But basically was saying is that she had a similar occurrence happen when she was a kid, and she had the My Little Pony toys and sent in I guess, some letter to Hasbro saying, this is what I'd like to see, or why not do this? And she never got a response. And she said that, like, on the creative side, that just, like, killed her.
Yeah.
But she still stuck with it. And that was kind of her moral of the story with this letter was, don't give up. Like, stay being creative and whatnot. And, of course, like, the girl probably has no idea who Lauren Faust is and is just like, thanks. But, like, someday...
Funny. You know what'd be the funniest thing of all time, though? Is if the father's a huge brony, and he's just using his daughter as, like...
It worked!
Finally, I'll get the chance to talk to Lauren Faust.
Lauren, come over for dinner, please.
Honey, good news, your letter was...
He probably wrote it and everything. He's like,
he's
10-year-old, I'm a 10-year-old.
He's drawing the art and everything.
Trying to get rid of Trixie. But yeah, I mean...
I'm 37 years old. I'm a huge fan of the show My Little Pony. Here's some art.
And it's true that, in a sense, like, I agree with you and Saber. It's one of the things, like, we know staff on the show.
Yeah.
And we know that the biggest group of staff that have to be careful about this kind of thing are the writers.
Yeah.
Because they can literally be,
Well, they run the operation pretty much.
Yeah, and for them, they're not allowed to discuss fanfic ideas with people at conventions for the obvious reason of,
shit, this is...
because someone could come back and say, well, I told you this idea. It's like, well, no, you didn't. We never had this conversation. And it's something they have to be very careful about. And, I mean, Saber, you and I have both seen it firsthand where writers are like, can't talk about this.
Yeah. Well, as lovely as an idea of Apple Bloom, turning into a dragon, we cannot listen to your idea anymore.
Yeah.
That's enough.
So it's one of the things where when I saw this at first, I wasn't very surprised. But at the same token, I kind of, like, I saw where people were like, how could Hasbro do this? But
they didn't go out of their way to do this. It just kind of happened, automated.
Yeah, they probably didn't even get as far to find out it was what age or gender the person who wrote that letter was. So, and they probably get plenty of stuff from bronies as it is.
Into the Bernie pile. We're going to make the Amazon cry by burning this paper.
So that's one of those things where I know that was a big deal that was going on fandom-wise. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, Saber, we can see where Hasbro's coming from this side.
Like, what did we do wrong? We didn't do anything wrong.
They're like, we're just protecting our asses. Give us a break.
That's it.
So, they, what is going on here? The nut job.
I don't know. So what else is there as far as topics go?
Oh man, there was something that I thought you and I had talked about, and I can't remember what it was. I thought there was something on top of both of these stories. Maybe not. I guess what I could do now actually is talk a little bit about what's coming.
Sure, let's hear it.
So for those of you watching the podcast, I have a Twitter, ACRacebest. It used to be like AC_Racebest, and then one day I'm like, it'd be cool if, why didn't this work the first time I tried? So, yeah, ACRacebest on Twitter, and I just saw Screwball on Twitter actually say he wasn't wearing his cape, he swears. I still don't believe you.
Well, it's a picture of him wearing his cape.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. I'm glad I didn't believe you. Good man. Good Canadian. So I had been talking about how way back when I had made a video and 2 videos back in 2012, and I never... Whoa. My table's falling apart. I never revisited these videos, and it's kind of a fun story as to how these videos came to be and why they stopped for a while. But, yeah, so for anyone, I guess I'll just kind of keep an eye on the chat and see how people are, if they're getting excited or crying or saying don't do it. But there's a series I have on my channel called My Little Vegas. And the whole idea of My Little Vegas is when I started these videos, I was walking around Las Vegas. There's this area called Fremont Street. and it's basically this very big party area that is just a lot of alcohol and some old time casinos and music and all this other stuff. And for this video, what I do is I walk up to people, or actually more so have them kind of walk up to me because they see a camera, they see a microphone, and they get excited. And in these videos, I interview people about My Little Pony, vaguely. I ask them questions like, "Who's your favorite pony? What's your opinion of Big Mac? Blah blah blah." And these people will answer these questions because in their minds they have an answer for them, or maybe some of the more sober people are like, I got this, I'll answer that. And just to hear what people come up with, to me, I thought it was the funniest thing. And we made 2 of these videos on Fremont Street, and I had filmed a third, I think just after 2012. Now what happened was, the second one we have is there's the sequence at the end where this guy's rapping pretty hardcore about someone who's handicapped. And I don't know what this guy was on, but you can hear security escorting us out of Fremont Street as we're still filming. And we essentially got removed from Fremont Street, not because of anything other than that we had a camera. And it's like, of all the things that get you kicked out of Las Vegas, it's walking around with a camera, not a professional camera, just a camera and a microphone, and they're like, it's time to go. And it was funny, and I'm like, God, we have to try this again. And the third time we went to go film this, the same security / police guy showed up and like literally made eye contact with us, and we just went, oh bleep. Yeah. And he's like, guys, and he told us if he catches us again, he's gonna have to like write us up for trespassing. And I've gone the route of consulting some legal people and whatnot, and I guess
Matt.
even though it's technically it's a street, but it's a privately owned area. So I mean, that's why they have their own hired security walking around. It's not just where like down the strip it's just a bunch of policemen. So I went, okay, let's not push our luck with this. I think they assumed we were going to put something on MTV or who knows what. And so that's why it hadn't been done for a while. And I never really had the idea of doing it on the strip because I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like that Fremont Street was so good. Well, we tried it just a few weeks ago.
Oh, God.
And I have an 8-minute video ready to go live of me interviewing people on the Las Vegas Strip about who their favorite pony is and various other questions that they're just like, what? But they come up with answers, and I don't know, it's pretty funny.
It's one of the most unappreciated things that Race has done for this fandom, because it's not a hugely popular series like his other ones.
Yeah.
This is just insanely funny, because drunk people, I mean, first off, drunk people are already funny just because they act like fools, and those are the dumbest thing. But you have these confident drunks who want to answer the questions anyway, and they just kind of roll with it. Like, when you're asking them, like, what was that one question you asked? Like, okay, so, for example, in his first one he ever did, there was this drunk guy who kept walking up and taking the microphone, and he keeps his head lower the entire time. He's like, God bless. You want to thank God, and God bless the troops, and God bless this, and he just kept saying that over and over and over. And
he thought he was talking to the ex-mayor of Las Vegas, Oscar Goodman. Oscar Goodman, for anyone that's interested, was a guy who used to go into third graders' classrooms and explain why prostitution was good for the economy.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
I'm dead serious.
Thank you, whoa, hold up. There are schools in Las Vegas?
I know. I know, it's crazy. But yeah, no, and one of the questions I asked this guy in particular that you're talking about was, I asked him whose favorite pony was, but I usually just stick it to there. Someone said they don't have a pony, they have a mule. It's just all this stuff. But this guy, I read him down because I'm like, I have a feeling this could go somewhere. So I said, who's your favorite? And I named off 5 of the main 6. And he went on to choose Fluttershy as his favorite, and I asked him why. And he went on to basically exactly oppositely explain Fluttershy. Fluttershy is a really great guy. He never stutters. He thinks the right thing. Stutters is a great guy. And the other one I loved was I asked him if he had ever seen a sonic rain boom, and he had. So
Oh.
yeah. So he said it'll take you to righteous places. So
Oh.
again, these videos are called My Little Vegas. They're on my YouTube channel. And there's going to be a new one coming out. More than likely, it's going to come out tomorrow. I'm working out the thumbnail situation for it right now, because I think I'm going to make a little animated thing for the thumbnail.
Really? Wait. An animated thumb? Oh, you mean drawn, like cartoon?
No, yeah, exactly.
Which means that Sarah will be helping you with that, right?
Yeah, if possibly. We're saying she's really busy with school right now, so and
Is she watching right now, or is she?
I think she's sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah, she had a long day at school, so she's taking a nap before we get dinner here later on. Because here we are on the West Coast, it's only almost 7 o'clock. But yeah, no. Again, if you guys haven't seen it, the only warning I have is these videos have a lot of cussing in them, a lot of bad words, and you never know what's gonna come. And it's very much like what's coming. What's coming in like I said, most likely tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. Excited that we were able to do it again, and kind of gauging with how police reacted to everything. I think it's something that when I do go to Vegas, usually I get to Vegas about once a year. I know that I'll probably actually be going back in about a month or two. So
please,
I'll try it again.
Film some more.
Oh yeah. So yeah. We'll see how what everyone thinks. I'm excited to be releasing this, and as people can see, I like to build up videos. So if there's like a new series I'll be coming out with, or a continuing series like this one, I like to really build it up. So I'm excited about this. I hope you guys will enjoy it. There's some really weird stuff that comes up in this one. There's guys that get really excited about sonic rain booms and all sorts of things. So
see, I want to find like a group of drunken frat guys and ask them what they think about My Little Pony.
Well, it's so funny because like I won't tell them that I'm asking about My Little Pony for these.
Which is smart.
Yeah, I just straight up asked them, who's your favorite pony? And this guy, actually, we had two different guys who were like promoters. So for strip clubs. That
really? Wait, really?
They came up to me, and I think partially now that's actually the thing. My trick.
Wait, and they were okay with being on camera?
That's the thing. The trick I do with these videos is I don't walk up to anybody. Whenever you see any of these interviews that go up in this My Little Vegas 3, I didn't walk up to any of them. I will set myself up on the sidewalk. I'll just start talking, and someone will walk up. And for me, I'm like, all right, this person's here, and I don't know like how. Yeah, it's a strategy for me, so I'm not actually intruding on anybody. It's like my way of making it so okay, they came up to me, so it's fair game. So
wait, can I? Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one, but do you recall when we went down that elevator at Unicon and that one guy was talking to us about stuff?
I'm trying to remember. Did I record that?
I don't think you recorded, or no, I think you did.
I might have recorded it, but like the camera was facing the ground.
Was he okay? So I know we want to keep this PG if we can, but was he talking about sex toys, dude? Does that ring any bells?
I don't remember. I feel like we were actually. Weren't you walking through like the casino at one point wearing the big yellow cowboy hat and just were like, you know what? I want to see how people react when I say this sex toy name.
No, we were in an elevator going down to the casino floor so we can go out through the exit, and the one guy in the elevator was like, hey, and he's like, do y'all want to see this and this? And he was giving us like little cards.
Oh,
that's
no,
right.
You're right.
And we were like, no, we're very gay. We're gay for each other. We love.
That's right.
And we just started going off on him, being like, oh, we just can't get enough of each other's butts. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. We creeped the guy out.
We're like, you picked the wrong place to be creeped up, buddy. You got nowhere to run. And
yeah, no, that was actually really funny. Because these people, if for anyone who's never been to Las Vegas or walking down the strip on a Saturday night, these people will walk up to you if you're in a group and you look the right age for this, and they will do everything they can to talk you into going to this strip club.
Yep.
They'll throw in the taxi free. They'll have alcohol and champagne in the taxi. They'll get you to the place. They'll let you in for free. It's all this. Oh, get them there, get them in, and those are the people I love screwing with the most.
Dude, if I ever need to get around town in Vegas, I'd be like, yeah, give me a free taxi with champagne. All right, thanks for the lift, guys. Going by, I gotta go by.
Well, that's the thing is like for me, I'm just like, yeah, no, see you guys later. Well, I think
Let's get into this very sketchy car.
they drop you off in downtown Las Vegas.
Oh god, where's my
No,
kidney?
it was surprising that two of these guys actually were willing to be on camera, and I think it's because one of them had been doing this for 12 years, as I find out when I was interviewing him, and he just didn't care. He just told me that I need a bunch of bouncy things in my face, and I was
Really?
like, yeah.
You're like Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, no, well, maybe. and then the other guy was like, "What do you guys?" He asked me, "What are you guys promoting?" And I just said, "Dude, we're just out here in Vegas for the first time, having a good time," which wasn't true, but we were just having a good time, and it was technically, I think, our first time really walking that area of Vegas, if I really wanted to be specific, but. And then he stuck around for the interview. He's the one who's like, "Hey, interview this guy," and the guy's like, "Okay."
Did he promote his stuff at all?
He didn't, but at the end of the interview, I tell him
what a
good
crap.
luck. I told him, I said good luck selling your strippers.
What a crap promoter. It's like, all right, thanks for the interview.
At some point, I think he
Oh,
realized.
I should have said something.
I think he realized very quickly that we were just screwing with him, and he was like, "Oh."
I'm gonna laugh though when you're like, do you like Twilight or Rarity? And he's like, how does he know the name of our strippers?
You've been there before.
You've been there.
There's a very similar thing. All I'm gonna say is I bring up a group of ponies, and the other promoter, the 12-year veteran of promoting, actually is like, "Oh, this guy knows." Like he goes with it. Like what I say,
years,
and it's all about execution. That sounds really dark. But it's all about the way you. I meant to say delivery. You know, the way you say something to somebody, it can convince them that they're hearing what they think they're hearing, and that's the whole idea of My Little Vegas. Is like talking to someone about something that if you talk to them like they should know about it, they're gonna sit there and go, "Oh God, I need an answer. I should know about this."
Yeah.
And so that's coming. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be bringing that to all of you.
12 years, stripper promoter. Go ahead and put that in your LinkedIn profile.
You could tell this guy. But you know what? It's Las Vegas. Saber, you saw it when you came out here for Unicon.
Oh,
it is
man.
such a different place.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. It's a like skis town. Like, I mean, I remember walking down the streets seeing like pamphlets for prostitutes floating everywhere, and I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to touch the floor or the ground.
It's funny because technically, or I should say legally, prostitution is illegal in Las Vegas.
They turn a blind eye to it, right?
Let's just say I think there's too much of it going on at once. But because you see stuff going on all the time where you're like,
yeah,
what she was doing. But yeah, no, like they have all sorts of weird stuff that goes on in Vegas. Like Tommy, the guy I do the low budgets with, we were out there videoing for a race. That's the only time I go to Vegas is to cover racing usually. And
you don't drink or gamble or anything like that.
No, I mean we'll put some money down, have a little bit of fun, but yeah, I don't drink, which makes this type of video
even funnier,
easier to do. Yeah, so it's just funny. I will say I had my my butt pinched twice while filming this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Some chicks or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it involved.
Were they good looking?
It involved the question who their favorite pony was.
Well, now you gotta tell me. Like, were they good looking?
Oh, you'll see. They were pretty.
Were they college girls or?
No, they were probably. I would guess probably in their 30s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm trying to think of the politically correct way to say this.
Cougars in training?
No.
Is there a PC
There
way of
is.
saying
There's not the right way for me to. You'll see the video. You'll see.
They're lovely young 30
It didn't
somethings.
fall into my like I wouldn't have sought out this woman out of a crowd and said, "Come to me, pretty baby," like I did to you during BronyCon's Who's Line sketch.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to try to keep this podcast PG. Cougars and prostitutes and strippers and drunks and
Yep.
and butt pinchers, whatever. All right,
It's
10:03, guys. We're going to take a quick break here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to get some water here and use the bathroom. Go
Oh.
ahead. I'm going to link you all to the Semi Perfect Podcast Twitter account. That way you all can ask some questions if you'd like.
Okay, so we're gonna have them ask that, and not our individual Twitters this time.
Yes, that way we can. Well, I guess I'll have to
And
do
then
that this time.
and then what is it? What's the hashtag we're going with here?
Semi Perfect Podcast hashtag. Yes, that's a good idea to do a hashtag.
So if you guys can add a hashtag semi-perfect podcast, it'll help us sort through everything. Go ahead and submit your questions. And Saber, in excruciating detail, is going to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Can't wait to hear about it.
all I had today was a bowl of ramen and a banana, so don't worry, it's probably gonna be water. I'll be right back, guys. And you gonna keep talking to them while I'm gone?
I'll keep them busy.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so quiet now. I'm just going through Twitter. A lot of interaction happening there as well. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. This podcast. If you're not feeling shy, why don't you let people know on Twitter what you're watching? Let's. I see people are already quoting what we were just talking about. Yeah, go ahead and let people know you're watching the Semi Perfect Podcast. We're just getting ready to do the Q&A, and like we said, if you'd like to submit a question, we had a lot of questions last time. Definitely, we'll try to get through as many of them as we can this time. Submit your question to the Semi Perfect Podcast Twitter, and we'll take a look there. Since Saber's stepped away, I guess some other things that are still in the works as far as I go, besides that big video that I mentioned, My Little Vegas 3, is the low budgets. Now, you guys may notice it for anyone that's subscribed to me that there's been a lot of those coming out at once. And the reason I'm doing this is I've always been asked why I don't upload those like a lot closer to the date, and it's because the first one I ever made bled through to the next year. And then I've always been on the same schedule where I like to give a 2 to 3 month gap between seasons. And that always lines me up like around August, September. So what I'm trying to do is pump out a lot this season to catch up and then be able to space them out a little bit nicer for next season. So, yeah, that's why there'll be a new low budgets, a whole bunch of them coming out. We have a Day of Destruction, so I do demolition derbies and whatnot for anyone that's interested or not. I have pony-themed cars in these demolition derbies, so you'll want to start checking these out. They're fun to smash up. We're closing into the first pony car of the year. It's after the Day of Destruction events, and yeah, we had fires, and I climbed a car, and all sorts of stuff happens in Day of Destruction. So check it out. How's that leg healing up?
Oh, from Larson kicking you.
Oh God, my medical's been bad. It's been bad. Yeah. Oh, that's a big thing that's coming up, Saber.
What?
Obviously we're coming up to questions, but Equestria Girls.
What about it?
Isn't it coming out on Saturday?
Is it this Saturday?
I think it is.
So I know they had the premiere, and there were some pretty cool folks there, like Jim Gaffigan, who's a great comedian. He was there with his daughter. Who else was there?
That's it? That's as far as you got?
No, there's some other ones I can't recall. But, I mean, Paleo will know if it's coming out on Saturday or not. But
yeah.
I think
And that'll be interesting because I know that like what my goal for this, because now we're doing a podcast, is to catch it and film, because for anyone that's wondering, we will be doing Bronies React to Equestria Girls. And I don't know.
Man, that's gonna run right up against Halloween then.
It is, and that's actually that just makes it. The problem is I've always done Halloween episodes, and I'm someone who loves to stick with tradition. This year we're probably not going to have a Halloween episode.
You should make a video before it where it has you dressed up as a character, like in costume. Like, I can't wait for this episode of Bernie's React to Halloween. And then you're like, wait, movie came out? That came out? I guess we'll just have to wait. And then you cut to, you get.
Well, like I said, though, my plan is with the reacts, I was just reading some of the chat. My plan with the reacts is to kind of like leave a month or two gap between, and if we look a month or two from now, we hit another holiday, and I know there's a video that we might end up doing a reaction to for that. So,
what holiday could it possibly be? That's a shame because this Halloween one, they actually have a Halloween episode for us to react to.
I know.
Whatever. All right, let's get to the questions here. So the first one here is from Sir Sonic HD. He says, "Are you going to see the Goosebumps movie?"
I want to see it. I think partially just because I'm like, I don't know. I was a Goosebumps kid. I read not all the books, but I read a lot of the books. So I was having a slight geek out moment when I saw the trailer for the first time. I was like, oh, there's that thing. And I think there was only one thing I actually geeked out about. What about you?
I never really was into Goosebumps growing up, so I'm not like, freaking out over it. But if I see it, I was wow. I was gonna say if I see it at Blockbuster. Holy crap! Wow, guys.
What's a Blockbuster?
I don't know. Oh man, I just dated myself. Whew. I usually do that on Friday nights. Not joke. All right. So sorry. Just Friday nights? No. Only on
I wanted
Friday.
to make a joke.
Well, go ahead.
No, I don't want. It's a joke. It's like I want to make a joke, but I'd have to come up with it first. There's so many there.
All right, fair enough. But I guess I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. But I'll check it on some other, maybe a matinee showing or wait till it ends up on the internet.
I mean, it's Jack Black, Saber. I don't know how long you're gonna wait. Come on.
All right, so
You liked Nacho Libre.
that was a good movie. I don't care what people think or say. It's a good movie.
That was such a weird movie.
I'm proud I am a very religious man. All right, Sammy Summers here says, out of all the films released by Disney, what is your personal favorite?
Oh God, questions like these kill me because then I'm like, My Little Mermaid 4.
You made a fourth one?
Would you be surprised?
No.
I'm trying to think here. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. The first one that comes to mind. I always keep changing my answers, but I love The Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah.
And it probably makes sense for me because it's the closest thing that comes to Chippendale Rescue Rangers, which I was am a huge fan of. And so that's where my answer would be. Actually, Chippendale Rescue Rangers was initially supposed to be the Rescue Aid Society rodents. I don't know if they were actually supposed to involve like Bernard and Bianca from that movie, but yeah, just a fun little tidbit.
That's really neat. Beauty and the Beast for me. I just love that movie. It's funny, it's pretty, got some great characters, and it's got the greatest villain in Disney, and that's Gaston.
That is true. The music too. I love. Like that's the thing I also love about the Rescuers Down Under is just the music.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't recall a single song from that movie.
There's not a song; it's the music. I didn't say song.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Not your high quality over there.
I know you're definitely got a thing for instrumental, which is.
I'm a soundtrack guy. I listen to soundtracks all day long at work, so it's my job to listen to soundtracks.
Lucky Thunderlane here says, dog or cat, and why?
Dog. No question.
I love dogs too. Dogs are just so
I
friendly.
can't stand cats. Cats piss me off, man. Like I'm like, dude, you're so full of yourself.
I'll say that cats have grown on me because we have a cat here at my house, and she's really chill. And
Where's it growing?
You know where it is. No, I should have worn protection. No.
So that's why they call it a. Okay.
Wonderful. No, she's fine. She's a great cat. When I was hanging out with.
seeing the chat, by the way. I'm seeing what people are answering here. There's a lot of dog support there. I know there's cat people, and cat
Yeah,
people are
cats-
super
cats-
like, cats are evil.
Cats are weird because I'll walk out of the bathroom and the cat will be there in ambush mode, and just jump against my leg and just take off running like, haha, I tagged your leg, haha, and just run off. I'm like, okay. And the worst part is we don't even have a name for the cat because we took it from my sister because she couldn't take care of it anymore.
What do you call it?
I call her Miss Kitty. That's what I call it. Her.
Then why didn't you just have that be her name?
Well, because my mom is like so indecisive. She's like, we can't come up with a name for the cat. I'm like, it's been like 4 months, you know?
Did she have this problem with you?
What should we call it?
Saberspark.
That sounds dumb. How about Saber Steve? All right, so Lightning Flame here says, so guys, do you play Counter-Strike Global Offensive at all? If so, what are your ranks? I do not play that game, though I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I haven't played it either.
But it looks great. We'll check it out sometime on Steam. If I gotta save money up for that. So from Casey, we have, what is your favorite moment from any Bernie's React ever?
Ooh, this is another one of those questions that, if you look back at every time I've answered it, I probably have a different answer.
Yeah.
But I think this one's been pretty stable lately. As for me, it's Jack's Blade when he had his freak out and just killed his voice and almost himself.
Yo!
Oh my god! Like, yeah, no, that cracked me up because it came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it.
I liked it when Black Griffin, when like, I forget the exact scene, but there was like this drama scene in the season 2 finale where it's like, and it cuts to commercial, and it was something really like breathtaking and kind of show stopping, and the camera is just zooming on Gabe's face, and he's like, ah! And just starts screaming. As the camera's...
I think that was. Oh god! Now I'm sitting here thinking I could be wrong.
Was it when Chrysalis was revealed?
I think it was Chrysalis's reveal. I think it was, but then I know I'll go back and be like, oh, he wasn't in that one.
No, I mean, wait. No, I know he was. All right, from Nicholas Ashworth.
Was he?
But Gabe was in that episode.
I know, but I don't, because his first one was the College Humor one.
He was definitely in the season 2 finale one. I know for a fact.
Okay.
He says, "What's up?"
You would know better than I would.
I watched that one a couple times over. He goes, Nicholas says, "What's up with Equestria Girls 3? Will you see it this weekend, and will you Bernie's react to it?" We kind of already answered this question early on.
We will be doing a Bernie's react to it, but like I was saying, I need to film myself quick. Both of us need to film ourselves quick because I know that it's going to be a hot topic for next week, for next week's show. It's not going to be easy to avoid that. I just wanted to hop back. Black Griffin was not in the season 2 finale.
I thought he was.
No.
Then what was it? Was it the season 3 premiere then? Where he did that gag?
I think it was.
That's what it's from. It's the Crystal Empire one. All right. Well, Alzheimer's tricks again.
I had to check though if that makes you feel any better. Like I had to actually look at the description and go, oh no, he wasn't there.
No, you got good intuition. All right. So this question's from Drummer Shy.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. Keep going. It might have been from Equestria Girls.
Who actually watches Bernie's React, you know?
What is Bernie's React? Like, why?
All right, so do you think Rarity was sexually harassing the UPS pony in last week's episode?
Well, it depends on your definition of sexual harassment.
Oh,
I mean, I know
God,
that's...
about this on the show. What if it was a guy pony to a girl pony, though?
Well, no, what? I mean, do they avoid this topic in school?
I'm not saying we should avoid it. I'm just laughing. It's like...
Oh. Well, no. All I was going to say is, like, my first answer was not the right one because of where I stopped. It depends on your definition because legally there is a definition.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
It's very laid out. I was going to say more so what is acceptable and not acceptable in Equestria. So
I think she was just flirting around. That's fine.
Yeah, personally, I don't think she did anything I mean,
She didn't touch him. Like, I mean, I think she was just
did she
flirt,
not touch the male guy?
or she like touched his chest lightly. But I mean,
She touched his
there
butt.
there are girls who I hang out who do that to me. That they'll put their arm, or their hand on my shoulder or whatever, and that's fine. That's just their way of, humans do that. Through touch. Sometimes we build a closer connection.
What does the chat think? Yes or no? Was she?
Was it sexual harassment on My
Was
Little
it?
Pony? Yes or no?
So I want to see what their answers were. Do you got a quick question that we can hit right now?
Yes, Bob E1 says, who is best and worst pony? Applejack and Applejack.
Both are good for both. Let's see here. I'm seeing mostly people say no.
It wasn't. We were just.
And then someone keeps repeating the word touched. Touched. Touched!
It's absolutely fine.
Worst pony? God, this is where everyone gets so offended. I'm trying to remember our conversation with Larson in the Equestria Lay vlogs.
I'm just too late. Oh yeah, Larson.
The people keep saying just the word touched. It reminds me of that. How can she slap?
You bastard! You bloody bastard!
How can she slap?
How can she slap? How can she slap? How can you slap her? We gotta show them that video sometime. It's so funny. How can she slap? How can she slap? How can she slap?
That's another one of those videos, Bo, that brings you up to what is acceptable for one gender over the other. So.
Oh, there are definitely double standards.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash, best pony, and occasionally at times Rainbow Dash can be.
See that is absolutely a fair answer. Holy crap. She can be best and worst pony at the exact same time. Like, she was an absolute dick in this last episode, but there are times where it's like, oh.
No, she was not being a dick.
Yeah, she was.
No, I don't. No. I disagree. I don't think she was ever. I thought she was very well behaved in this episode.
Dude,
very well behaved.
I mean, she's been worse in other episodes, but man, she is a character who can be super.
I remember when the Mare Duel episode came out, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Rainbow Dash," and I was like, "What is everyone talking about? Her friends are complete jerks."
Yeah, her friends were. Everyone in that episode was a dick.
Yeah, that was just.
We decided to play.
That was a dickisode. A dickisode. All right.
Oh, trademarked. All right. Nick Crockett says, "Have you ever heard of Midwest Brony Fest? It's in Missouri." Yes, we are good friends with the guy who runs the convention, Bash Script.
Yes. Speaking of conventions, by the way, while we can't say specifics, we have, or I should say, we will have some news coming out in the next few weeks.
No. I think on Friday it will be out.
Or maybe this week. Jeez. Of more convention stuff. So, just because the year's coming to an end doesn't mean the fun has to end.
Next year's already kind of in the works, so
yeah. So it's looking good. I'm excited about next year.
I think we already got like 3 already figured out for next year.
100.
Oh God, the world doesn't need that many Brony conventions. All right, so from Daniel,
one year.
We can still try. Daniel Minoz says, "What was your first piece of merch for MLP?" Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
My
Brony shirt, the one that I wore in all the Bronies reacts.
Do you still have it?
I have it, but it's so faded, like high in the back room that I there's no point in me wearing it anymore because it's so faded. But I purchased that at Hot Topic, and my girlfriend and I went to Hot Topic, and they had this like buy one get one half off deal. So we both went, and she's like, "Well, if I get this, you could get one." And I was like, "Oh, dude, okay, I'll get this." Yeah, I think I wore that shirt to school a couple times. I sported it, man.
Good man.
Yeah.
For me, I got a Rainbow Dash figurine from Walmart in North Georgia, and that was the one that I took home and like got a tutorial from DeviantArt to cut her hair and spray and like hairspray it and get it just right. And she's actually right here with me right now. She is here. Actually, I will
show me those hands, mister.
I will show you. I'm gonna this. I don't want to actually mess with the broadcaster because
knock us out with.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'll take a picture and put it on Twitter later. But she's in my hands right now, and
I've never seen this pony.
Have you
I've
not
heard
really?
this. No, I've heard this story like 8 times at different conventions. I've never seen this
Hold
pony.
on. Let me. Maybe I can.
No,
No,
I don't,
we'll
don't
be
trust.
fine. We'll be fine.
I don't trust
Video
you.
capture device. This.
Trust is not on your side, young Padawan.
All right. It's gonna be. All right. So this is it right here.
Saber, there's
Hmm.
a page you have up on the internet that is that's not appropriate.
What?
I'm kidding. I don't see it. I see the picture. There. Oh my God! I just remembered we're on a delay.
Yes. Excuse
Look at
me.
you.
Pardon me.
Look
Coughing
at
about.
that pony, man.
All right. So let's get back to the questions.
Yes.
This one is from Firefrost. Firefrost says, "Why are you guys so funny and crazy?"
I was born that way. Oh, that sounds really kind of stuck up, actually.
I was born hilarious.
It's a thing you're born with. You can't just learn it. No, I mean, I don't. I was always the loud child as a kid, and then I learned to tone it down and time and a place. I guess that's part of growing up. Which, being a kid's a really weird thing. Like think of all the trust we had to do. Like when you lose a tooth, and you're like, wow, like I'm supposed to just accept that this tooth is gonna fall out.
Well, biologically, yeah, it's gonna fall out.
Yeah. By the way, ADD helps with a lot of this.
Oh God, God bless ADD. I mean, like legit. I
Praise Celeste. Praise Celeste.
and Luna Dawkins. All right, so moving on to the Bernie Crafter. He says, "If you could describe Unicon in one word, what would it be?"
One word. I want to use a good word here. Um,
Titanic.
I mean, that's a very literal word.
It
Uh,
is because it was very praised and looked beautiful, and here's its maiden voyage. What can go wrong? This thing's unsinkable because of all the show staff here, and then we started seeing all the water spraying in, and it's like, oh, I think we just hit something. Yeah, it's called not having like the convention staff or con artists, and they're not paying the staff.
I think
Okay.
I think the word I'd have to use for it was unusual. Just it was such a different experience than any other. It was just so weird. Like there came a point, I'm sure, maybe even fascinating would be the word I'm looking for, because it was just so weird. It was like, what happened?
Yeah.
What just I'm so glad I was there though, because having lived the experience, I'm like, my God, that happened. That
Yeah.
happened.
And that con, though, like I like how you have a special place in your heart for it, because so do I. Where it's like, yeah, that was a disaster, but it was an adventure.
It was an adventure, and I also felt like it was a really good showing for the fandom to get out of a hole. I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. We had to dig
Yeah.
from that situation, and I thought everybody came together very quickly
Oh
because
yeah.
we were talking with Dusty and Caredwin that I think it was that Sunday about like the repercussions that could have happened from Unicon,
Yeah.
and luckily they didn't come to fruition. So
Yeah. We dodged a bullet. um, Alec Greer here says, "Did you all see the Angry Birds movie trailer?"
I did not.
Neither did I. I've not. I heard rumors about there being an Angry Bird movie because
Why?
because it's Angry Bird everything. So why not a movie? So I mean, I'm not. I don't really care. I'm indifferent to it. If they have a movie,
What would you prefer, Saber? If you had to sit down and watch one, would you prefer to watch an Angry Bird movie or another sequel for Minions?
another sequel for Minions.
Nice. I think I'd actually side with you on that.
I feel like Angry Birds is worse than Minions
I
because
don't-
it's lingered around for a long time, and at least Minions was designed to be a movie.
Is Adam Sandler going to be in the Angry Bird movie?
Oh my god, I wouldn't blame him. Or I wouldn't blame him because he's getting paid. I wouldn't doubt it though.
All right.
Kestrel here says, "Have either of you ever written a fanfic?"
You answer first.
I have.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
back in 2009 and 2010,
Oh no.
I was living at campus or at my college campus. Like I don't know, it was a spring semester, 2010,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just I just returned back to college because I was commuting the semester before, and I was getting my life back together. Because I had just got out of a bad relationship, and I almost flunked college because of it. But I got my act together. I was living on campus by myself, and I spent a lot of time just writing, and I decided to write a Halo fanfic, and it was called a.
Why are you putting a T?
I just noticed that I'm like, am I putting a T at the end of it? Fanfic.
I mean. To be fair,
There is a T
there's,
afterwards.
there is a T there. It's just
I can't wait to read that new fanfic.
perfect.
Ian.
Um,
I'm kidding. Yeah,
so
it was
so
called.
a Halo fanfic.
Yeah, it was a Halo fanfic, and it was perfect, and I can't wait to see it.
Nice. No, I
Whatever.
mean, I know it's like one of the common things that we jump as far as on jokes and whatnot is fan fiction, but no, I never finished it, but I started writing this like story that I was like real. Actually, I started writing a fanfic, and then I started writing like something that I imagined that would like kids would read someday, like in fourth grade reading, and I'm like, oh, this is so badass. Both of them involved little animals. Um, the fanfic was for Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Big surprise. And I think where the motivation came for those was there's some really good ones from there that like that's kind of what like when I got in back into that show and rediscovered it in high school, I really like I started reading all these fanfics and it kind of connected me to the fandom to which I later found out there's a fandom. Oh my god. There's like 200 people in it, guys. Come join. But yeah, so I mean I've done some writing myself.
Okay, so next question here is from Imperfect
And
13.
and how many are we gonna go to? Because I know we just hit the
Oh, we
7:30.
did. Wow,
Yeah,
we got a bunch. Shoot, this is a problem. How about we do lightning round?
let's do it. Lightning round.
Here we go. All right, so Imperfect 13 says, if you could write an episode for MLP that emulates a classic cartoon, which would it be? I love that you ask a very good question that deserves thought, and we're like, lightning round!
Toast. Wait, okay. So the question was, I should have had this.
If you could write an MLP episode that emulates a classic cartoon, what would it be? I'm gonna say Johnny Quest.
You know what's funny is I was like the first thing that came to mind for me was the God, Ren and Stimpy, and then I realized that's because of uh, what is it? The Pony Mauve series.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's where that popped into my head. Um, God, yeah, Disney.
Okay. Daniel Munez says, if you could make one thing canon in the show, what would it be? That Luna and Celestia actually have parents that were king and queen before them.
Maybe finding out what happened to Applejack's parents.
Lightning Flame says, so Saber, have you decided to chase your dreams and go to be an entertainer, or do you plan to be a teacher? Yeah, I was talking about this on Twitter, sharing my life with the public, because I guess I do that at times and vent.
Smart.
Yeah, why not? I actually been doing a lot of thinking about this lately. I think my heart races at the idea. Oh, ACRacebest. No, my heart races at the idea and thoughts, in the thought of going out there, because it's both scary, and it's so far away from my home, and it's really just throwing myself out there, to either succeed or fail, and I guess I want to do it though. I really do, and I've been taking a lot of initiative these last couple days to save up money and do more research into what I'll be needing to do. Because if I can get a job out there if I do move out there, then I should be fine. Because I'm good at self-sustaining myself. It's just that I want to find out what I want to do with my career, whether it's to become a professional improver or if I want to um, go towards another direction in entertainment. So those are the big questions. And I can also pursue teaching on the side if I want to be a teacher out in California, which, hey, that's, not impossible either.
We
So,
don't have schools out here.
shoot. First the water, now this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is from Neon Palette 93. Neon says, have you guys read Fallout Equestria? If so, what do you think of it? I have not read that.
Same.
I heard it's really good, though.
It has a huge following.
Yes, enormous. I think it's supposed to be longer than the Bible. Kabar84 says, what's your favorite candy bar?
Twix.
Snickers.
I'm a caramel guy. I am a sucker for caramel.
Alec Greer here says, did you all see the new Muppets series? I've not.
Oh, good question. Yes, I watched it last night with Sarah. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
Really?
It's funny because it seems like there's a love-hate thing going on for people. They either love it or they hate it. And one of the arguments I see, and I think it's stupid, is that people are like, oh, these characters, they were already, like we already know these characters. Why are you doing this to them? Type of thing. And the stupidest argument is people are like, Jim Henson's rolling in his grave because when he started the Muppet Show back in the 70s, he wouldn't have done something like this. But the Muppet Show back in the 70s was almost taking and parodying these variety shows that existed back then. Now, this current Muppet Show is with the times and is doing almost the exact same thing. It's parodying these mockumentaries.
That's funny. And also the fact that, you gotta give credit to the person in charge of marketing at the Muppets. They know how to get their product out there.
Oh, brilliant marketing.
And make it, not confrontational, but like something that people are going to talk about. Like this is something people are like, oh, I'm angry. And
well, yeah, one of the things that came up, you mentioned it, was how like, oh, Kermit has a new girlfriend.
That's
and
smart.
She's prettier. Yeah, so I think they've done. I saw the first one. If you haven't seen it and you're a Muppet fan, you have to check it out. I thought it was really, really funny. And there's some scenes in there where like they have their Muppet magic where they'll do something with the puppet that makes you go, that was quick of the hand for them to have done that. Yeah, no, Saber, you should check it out.
I will. Verkster says, are you excited for the MLP movie in 2016 and will you be at the midnight showing? I'm excited for it, yeah.
Yes, I expect good things.
Bobby one says, will you ever have M.A. Larson on your show? Maybe. No, absolutely not.
No. Why would we take ourselves down to his level?
I think in future episodes, yes, perhaps. But we'll have to make a deal with the devil first.
I know how to get his attention, that's for sure.
Hey, we need you to sign this episode. All right, Screwy says, for you both, out of all the conventions, Pony or Not, which has been the most memorable? Love you guys. Oh, we love you too, Screwy. The most memorable.
Aw. Which episode was that it? Was that the question?
Which convention?
Oh, which episode? Which convention's the... Oh, man. That's tough.
They're all, beautiful in their own way, and they all have their own unique, set of memories. BronyCon 20... Was it 2012? Yeah. That one will always be, stuck with me.
Yeah, I was going to say Everfree 2012 just because it was, it was that, for me, a culture shock because I threw myself into a convention not knowing what to expect, and I loved it. The only one to follow that, I'd say, because they all have moments, and they're all very memorable. But the one that I would say, for other reasons, Unicon.
Yeah, that one is very memorable.
Yep.
All right, let's do a few more here. So let's do a lightning round here. Kevin says, Saber, did you watch the leaked episode, season 2, episode 1 and 2 of Rick and Morty? I did. They're really good.
You watched the leak episode? Bad.
I did. Alexander Wyzowski says, Lemo, do you guys have Netflix? If so, what was the last thing you watched, if you binged? I'm currently binge watching the Powerpuff Girls.
The only thing I've ever seen on Netflix at my house, Tinkerbell.
Really?
The movie, yeah. Sarah's like, you gotta watch this. And I found out interesting things about Tinkerbell.
Yeah, she's actually great. Out of all the Disney characters, her female, Tinkerbell is definitely the hottest. I'm just saying.
Was that a question?
That was my question to myself. I answered it. All right, Wubble says, "Have you heard of Updog?" You got us. Talus Doherty says, "What do you guys think of them fighting herds?" Oh, that's what we forgot to talk about.
Oops.
Ah, shoot. Okay. Shout out to fighting herds. Them fighting herds. It's the spiritual successor to fighting is magic, or would you say spiritual successors? What you would say? It's this.
It is. Well, yeah. I mean, I technically not, but yes.
Yeah, it's what because fighting is magic got slapped with a cease and desist. Lauren Faust joined up with the main six, which is the dev team, and they came up with a new game that's their own separate IP called them Fighting Herds, and they recently opened up their Indiegogo for support.
Yeah,
they've raised like $100 and something thousand in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're well on their goal. I made a joke actually about how like they have a pie chart breakdown of where all the money's going.
Yeah.
And it was like 33.5% is going to graphics and character design. And I'm like, all right, so that means that 33% went to Lauren Faust and 0.5% is going to go into the graphics.
I'm sure Lauren's very fair.
I'm sure she is. It's my joke.
It was hilarious. Okay, so Rick Avatar says, oh, he linked something. I'm sorry. All right, scrolling up. Hey, RaceBest, what are some of the next reactions that we should prepare for? This is from William McLow.
Well, as we know, Equestria Girls, that one, a must, have to do it. And then from there, it'll be interesting. I know I want to do a holiday one in the next few months. It's just depending on where it's going to land. So more than likely, we might not have a Halloween one specifically for this year, but there should be something that will come out about 2 months after that. And then, of course, whenever Season 5 is supposed to end, we have the Season 5 finale react that we'll be doing.
Since it's 10:40, we've gone 10 minutes over, but it took us
Well,
about...
technically we haven't because we had our problems in the beginning.
Yeah, so it kind of evens out. I say we go ahead and
go for 5 more minutes.
Let's do that. So
yeah. I just didn't want to even hear what you had to say.
Screwy here says, with Halloween right around the corner, what do you guys have for plans? Dress up, scare children?
Well, I scare children without dressing up.
Ever walking through the Walmart?
You know, the Walmart walking through was pretty funny.
I love that. That was fun.
God, I did that with Sarah when we went back, and she was having none of it.
Was she mortified, or she like?
No, she just gave me like the calm look of no.
Stop it. Good on you, though. I don't know. I actually have an idea of what I want to do. I saw on Imgur last year these guys that made this, like almost like this really creepy like walker monster, where like it has like super long arms and it has like stilts for legs, and they kind of dressed it up. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Like now that I'm saving money up for LA, I probably won't do that because it's going to cost money, and I'd rather save up for the trip. But yeah, I'll probably have to end up doing that instead. Yeah, whatever. I wanted to do that, so I guess I'll just be a...
Someone said go as Larson for Halloween. And
oh,
it's funny
God.
because of that guy that we saw at EQLA.
Yeah, Larson,
son. It's your son.
I love that. That was fun. Larson, you found him. Remember that one guy who's like, take the picture. Please, take the picture. Somebody take a picture. Take the picture. Take the picture.
Yeah,
and we're like, why? Who cares? It's just Larson.
Larson was like sitting on his lap or something.
He was freaking out. All right, so you have an answer for that?
I'm trying to remember. Oh, Halloween. I was looking. Halloween lands on a Saturday, so more than likely I'm probably going to be at a racetrack somewhere.
Oh, cool. You can dress up for the racetrack.
I'll pretend to be a videographer.
This is from Daniel. He says, have you ever been to Montreal? I've not.
I don't think I have. I've been to Canada, but I don't think I've been to that part.
Ragamuffin Q.
They have a racetrack, though.
Really?
Yes. I figured it was worth interrupting you for that.
Is Montreal the French part, or is that another part? Or is that Toronto?
It sounds Frenchish.
Montreal does sound Frenchish.
Frenchie. It sounds like a fanfic.
Ragamuffin says, if you could have the ability to never have to sleep or never have to eat, what would you choose? Oh
Sleep,
God, sleep. Yeah,
sleep.
absolutely.
I want to eat. I love.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of thinking. I'm like, it's kind of a shame that our stomachs are so small because eating is such a good time.
Excuse me. We're gonna be stranded on an island one of these days and be like, why did I not pick the food one? I'm gonna be awake forever with no.
I mean, in theory, choosing the food or the sleep over the food, because sleep you can get, food you need to actually like acquire.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like eating too much.
I love food so very much. This is from Nick Crockett. He says, "Are you guys going to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?"
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm not into the Five Nights at Freddy's deal.
I'm not really. I'm indifferent to it all. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, yeah, I haven't played, I haven't seen, I haven't touched.
Ozzy All says, "Will you go to Pacific PonyCon in San Diego?" We'll just have to wait and see now, won't we?
That'd be fun.
Sounds like a really good time. Ozzy also says, "What are your thoughts on Star versus the Forces of Evil?" I've only seen one episode, but I loved it.
I can't remember if I've even seen an episode. I didn't get into it. I don't know why. I was like, hey. I think for me, I've got enough on my plate as far as shows. But personally, I don't think I don't even remember if I've seen an episode. So I'm afraid to answer this because I don't think it'd be fair.
I got 3 questions here, and we'll be wrapped up.
All right, last three.
Ozzy All says, "Have you seen the Regular Show movie?" I saw that. It was really, really good.
What's Regular Show?
Have you not seen Regular Show?
Well, that's the one with the bird, right?
And
the beaver.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, and they're like friends. Sarah watches that show all the time, so she'd probably actually have an answer for this. I don't watch this show.
It's a great show, and Mark Hamill, the guy who's Luke Skywalker, is a voice actor for the show.
I mean, from what I've seen, it's weird. It has that element of zany weirdness that Adventure Time has, but it's like a lot more down to earth, which makes it a lot easier for me to watch. Wait, I saw that one episode where they had the limousine demolition derby.
Yes.
I loved that.
So you have seen it. Okay, good. All right, yeah. 2 more questions. Lightning Flame says, "What do both of your average daily schedules look like?"
Work and work.
There you go. Well, my schedule has shifted a lot because of just going through different changes in life. Wake up, work, and hop on Hearthstone every so often, like in between certain, just to break up the monotony. And then in the afternoon, I usually hang out on my computer. Usually I'll work out before then, but I'll hang on my computer and talk to Paleo or Cookie Soup Matt or ACRacebest on Skype if he's available. And then we'll play video games in the evening, and then we'll call it a night.
Yeah, for me, it's, get up in the morning, go to work, get off work, around 5:30. I generally have a 4:00 call with Saber. I'll call him up on
it's so
break.
adorable. I love it.
And we'll talk about whatever. And then I mean, for a regular weekday, I usually get home and jump on editing. There's usually something to edit, and if there isn't, then there's video games to be played or a movie to watch. I don't go out that much, but I mean, like when I do, it's it'll be with a bunch of friends and whatnot, or go get a nice grab to eat.
And this is fantastic. The last question is from Daniel, once again saying, "Have you ever been to Montreal?" Well, in that time, from the time you first asked
I just bought a plane ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to be going to Montreal. I'm going to be heading to Montreal right now.
Oh, yeah. Before we do wrap this up, we want to, again, say a big thank you to everyone that made art.
I bet you can find it quickly.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's super flattering. Saber and I love it when we see people come up with stuff. So,
Yeah, Miss
uh,
Doctor Wolf drew us some art, and I'm gonna put it in the next episode as far as the visuals go. We'll rotate images in, and
cool.
but Miss Doctor Wolf. What else we got here? A shout out once again to Victor Newman, our artist who drew this for the show.
Yes.
Trexum drew us some art. Um, is there anybody else? Dude. Quite the upgrade in art from what I drew before.
Quite.
But I think that's it for now. So thank you all for your support, and thank you all
Yeah.
for your art. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, we'll be back here 1 week from today. We'll be Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And again, keep an eye out on our YouTube channels because one of them will be putting out videos.
And
Wait a minute. Don't you have something?
Yeah. I'm putting something on Friday. It's the Why Cartoons Aren't Just for Adults. It was gonna be tomorrow, but I didn't have enough time to film something today that I need for the video, so I'll be filming it tomorrow when I get home from work, and then I'm so slow at editing. I'm the worst. So, worse or the worst? Worst, yeah.
Worst.
I can put a
You are
T
the
on
worst.
fanfic. So, all right, that is it for episode 2 of the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Thank you all for coming out. Hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.